Hi, it's Mari-Louise from Franc. When my husband and I talk about financial planning for our children's future, we don't take it lightly. A whole host of things like weddings, university, nest eggs, etc. have been a priority for us since their first heartbeats. But of course, these all require a significant amount of time, discipline, and naturally money. Here's how we do it. We always come up with stronger ideas when we work and plan together. After all, two minds are better than one, right? The sharing of ideas and an honest, open forum between us is what makes this challenging task of securing our girls' financial futures more achievable. We sit down with our financial planner each year to assess how far we've come. He's a lot more experienced than us and knows us well enough to make the right call on what will actually work best for our situation. He also keeps us up to date on the latest financial products and clues us in on tax benefits we can use to our advantage. We love this because it simplifies all the jargon down to hard facts so that we can focus on the important stuff, our kids' future. You could also use the Franc app to start investing, either cash for the short term, equity for the long term, or both. Whatever you choose, Franc gives you the freedom to deposit funds as often or as little as you like. The sooner you start, the less pressure you'll feel as the time for those expenses roll around. We started putting money away a couple of months after Eliana, our eldest, was born. Something that helped when we decided to become entrepreneurs a few years later. The first years of entrepreneurship are very, very tough because financial stability simply doesn't exist. Starting saving early meant that we could even take breaks from depositing funds whilst we got back on our feet. But thanks to compound interest, we never touched our savings and the funds kept on growing. Plan the big expenses with today's prices in mind. Okay, maybe you're confused. I'll explain. Jotting down future expenses is obviously very useful, but it's very difficult to guess what a wedding or university tuition is going to cost in 18 to 22 years. So we started from today's prices and then, using economic data like past inflation rates, inflated those prices to get a rough estimate of the future costs. We don't have a separate fund for each child. Rather, we use a pool investment approach. It's much easier to track progress this way, which is important as the more the family grows, the more the need to invest does. It's tempting as entrepreneurs to take investment capital and reinvest it in our company. But then, that's why we chose financial products that prohibit withdrawal before a certain time or age, to protect us from, well, us. Yes, budgets are great, but for our own sanity, we need a flexible option. As the economy waxes and wanes, so does our ability to save. And this means that sustained monthly deposits over 20 years simply aren't attainable for us. If we can save, we'll tell our financial advisor. But if we can't save, we'll let him know too. Swallowing our pride and being honest about the situation is far better in the long run. To conclude, I would ask you to remember this. Wedding starts with beginning. So if you're concerned about investing, keep in mind that just by starting, you've already made the most important step. I hope you learned something from this video. If so, why not check out some of our other content. Thanks for watching.